Okay, everyone. Now that we've gone over how to use a cell phone manners, and the etiquette with cell phones and how different ways you can use them, we are going to talk about how to be safe with your cell phone. So the title of this lesson is Being Safe with Your Phone. Having a phone is a big responsibility. So some of you might not have your own. Some of you might use the person that supports you, their phone, or a friend or another family member's phone. And remember, even if you're using a phone that's not yours, it's always a good idea to be smart and stay safe while using a cell phone. To do these things to stay safe and to be smart while you're using it, you need to keep your cell phone in a safe place, like your purse or your pocket, so you don't drop it, so somebody can't just take it out of your hand. Keep your cell phone charged so when you need it, it is ready to be used. Keep your cell phone locked with a safe and private password. So if it does get stolen, somebody can't log into your information. And if you were to lose your cell phone or misplace it, none of your information can be compromised. Nobody can steal your information. Be aware of your plan's data limits. So that is something that is a little bit older. Most people, I think, now have unlimited data, or some people say data. And some people might still buy minutes, which is completely fine. But you need to remember that if there is a limit on how much you can use the cell phone, going over will make you unable to use it at another time. And so just be very careful about how much time you're spending on it if you don't have unlimited, because you'll have to pay more for going over, or you'll run out of minutes and then your phone you won't be able to use your phone, especially when you need it. So page 2, we're going to go on being safe with your phone. Don't answer calls or texts if you do not recognize the phone number. To make sure you don't miss an important call, it is a good idea to add friends and family to your phone contacts so you know who's calling you or texting you. And check your messages often to see if it was someone you should call back. Now, oftentimes people will call with a disguised number. So it will look like maybe it's a local number and it can be just a spam call. It's an automated call asking you for money. So those can be kind of tricky sometimes. So the people that you need to stay in contact with, you should put in your phone contacts. And we talked about the importance of phone contacts earlier when Jim and Libby were in need of a plumber and their landlord. So they didn't have to search for something on the internet. They could just pull it up right away. This is also a good idea to have, so you can just look up your family or your friends or important people to you in your contact list or your favorites area. Phones can be great for taking photos or video, but it is important to be smart and safe with photos and videos. So don't share photos or videos with people you don't know. Don't take pictures of people that aren't going to allow you to take their photos. Don't take photos of people off the internet. Always ask before taking pictures or videos of people, because that is their information. Having their personal information on your phone is not okay. And only take and share photos or videos that are safe and kind. You wouldn't want somebody taking a photo of you and posting it, so don't do that for other people. You wouldn't want someone taking photos of you off the internet and using them, so don't do that for other people either, to other people. If something happens that makes you feel uncomfortable, you need to tell the person that supports you, or an adult, or a family member that you trust that this has happened so they can help you. On to our next page. Cell phones are very helpful tools, but having a phone is a big responsibility. It is important to be safe when using your phone. Phones are very expensive as well. So if you are unable to care for a phone, it might not be a good time to have one of your own. If you break your screen, that usually costs about $100 to replace. If you break your phone, it can cost up to $800 or $1,000, depending on the model you choose. And if you lose your phone, the information that people have on their phones is very important. So if you lose your phone, people often feel lost without it. They sometimes have credit card information on there, important information about family and friends, and phone numbers and addresses and that type of thing. So it's very important that you have a safe passcode on there and that you're keeping track of where your phone is so that doesn't happen. So other people that shouldn't have access to your phone don't have access. So we are going to do a little activity now of a safety check. So Jim, we're back to Jim and Libby. Jim is at the local coffee shop by himself. He gets up to use the restroom and he leaves his phone on the table so he can still sit there when he comes back. So Jim is using his phone as a placeholder. What is unsafe in this scenario? What should Jim do to be safe with his phone? Should he hide his phone under a napkin or should he take his phone with him? What do you think? If he hides his phone under napkins on the table, somebody might be nearby and see him do that. They might take the phone. They might throw the napkins away, not realizing the phone is inside there. They might go on his phone. So it's best if he would take the phone with him. Okay, that is the correct answer. So make sure you're paying attention to these because we will go over them tomorrow as well, and I want you to be able to do them all on your own. Libby got a text message that says, "How are you doing?" Libby does not know the phone number. She texts back, "I'm good, how are you?" Is that being safe? Libby doesn't know the person on the other end of her phone, and hopefully she would have saved contacts that are important to her, so those names would come up with the text messages. So what should Libby do in this situation? She doesn't know the phone number and she's receiving messages from them. Should she show the text message to her mom or should she text back telling about herself and saying, "My name is Libby"? What do you think? It is best to be safe in this situation and show the text message to her mom. Show the text message to her mom. Or somebody she trusts or somebody that is supporting her so they can help her with this situation. And sometimes it might be that her friend got a new phone number, but it's the best practice and best idea to share that information and let an adult or the person that supports you help you decide how you should handle it. Because it might be someone you don't know, and then you could just get into a tricky situation. Carly is eating lunch in the cafeteria. She sees some boys fighting. She uses her phone to take a video of the boys. What do you think about that? She didn't ask them if she could take a video. And should she keep taking the video or should she just walk away from the fight? Now, this one might be tricky because I think a lot of times we see on social media videos of people that have been taken by people that don't ask. They take videos of serious situations or they use it as proof for later. But to keep Carly safe in this situation, it is best for her to walk away from the fight. She has not asked the boys if she can take their video and they could come back at her and get mad at her for her actions. So if she just minds her own business and stays away from that, she can let adults handle it or people that are more trained in the area and have more resources break up the fight. Okay, now we're back on to Tori. Tori is using her phone to make new friends on social media. She sends a picture of herself in her swimsuit to someone named Johnny B. What is Tori doing? What is unsafe about this scenario? What should Tori do to be safe with her phone? Should she ask Johnny for a photo of himself too? Or should she not send a picture? Now remember, it's somebody named Johnny B, which is saying that Tori doesn't know this person and she's sending photos of herself. That is not a good idea. You should not send photos of yourself to people on the internet. especially if you don't know them. That is not being safe. That is not making a safe choice. There are people out there who might take advantage of you. So it is best to not send a photo. And if you feel like you need to send a photo to someone, always check with the person that is supporting you. Check with an adult, check with somebody that you trust before you do that so you don't get in a tough situation where you could be unsafe. We need to advocate for ourselves, and sometimes the best way we can do that is having people that have more experience in these types of areas help advocate for us. So I want you all to be safe. And when you're using cell phones, make sure that you have people around you that you trust. So if you come on any of these types of situations, you are able to get through them safely. But always ask an adult, somebody that supports you, somebody that you trust when you have a sticky situation like this, and you should be safe. Okay, I hope everyone has a great day, and I will talk to you and see you via video tomorrow.